Hello, I'm just going to take you through some of the enamel mugs that are available from the Everyone Can Craft shop. Well, this is one of our most popular designs. As you can see, the mug itself says crochet is cool. Yes, this one does have a double meaning, but at least this time when you say I love a good yarn, the double meaning is decent and honest. I mean, yes, you might love a good yarn as in tell a story, but you also like a good yarn in terms of how it feels and how it looks. And I love to knit. Well, that's a smiley face with that knitting, isn't it? On there, that say I love to knit. And knitting is good for you. Another smiley face with the knitting. And yes, knitting is good for you. There are whole books written to prove that. And knitting makes me happy. Yes, it does make me happy on there. And again, you've got that lovely smiley face knitting. Well, this one is a funny one. I saw the pencils and I thought they were really lined up. And then somebody told me that, they not really as lined up as I thought. In fact, they were so crooked, they made one person with OCD look at it rather peculiarly and think that there was something really wrong because they weren't lined up very well. Okay, but on the other hand, yes, now the pencils are lined up, I can get started. Well, there's a lot of words in this one and a lot of truth. In the beginning, I was perfectly knitted together by God. He has not finished repairing the occasional stitch that has been dropped since then. As a few of us could say something about that, couldn't we just? And yes, this one is a sad one. It says, "Speak to me. I am just an imperfect human being like you." I think many people in a wheelchair will know this. It comes from the, and I saw that, and I saw somebody who was frightened, and I thought was had sort of the idea of people who were imperfect in mind. And I looked at that and I thought, people are frightened to talk to people who are, well, people who are deemed to be too imperfect. And, well, yeah, people people do get frightened to talk to other people when they don't know how to talk to somebody who's lost a loved one. They don't know how to talk to somebody who has who's struggling with cancer. They don't know how to talk to other people, and sometimes that other people just need that encouragement to speak to people and remind them they are just an imperfect human being, the same as they are imperfect. Anyway, I don't know how well you can read this on there. I'll take myself off the screen for a minute and that'll make it a bit easier. Right, this is what the mugs are like. They are 11-ounce enamel mugs, so you get a decent drink out of them. They're not teeny tiny little things. They're sort of good sized ones. They are white with a silver rim, as you could probably remember seeing on some of those pictures. And we've had them printed with our exclusive dark blue designs. These mugs are hand enameled, so each one is different. And there might be a dimple or dot here or there, but that adds to the charm of them. They're not dishwasher proof, and well, be honest, most of us have sort of learned the hard way not to put things made out of metal into a microwave, but you just have to say it occasionally. And then and the people who had printed them for us gave me the rest of this text, but these last 2 points themselves. They say that to prolong the life of the product, they recommend washing with a non-abrasive sponge. So in other words, just wash with a sponge, but don't rub and scrub too hard to rub the enamel or the printing off. And you're supposed to keep them away from open flames as well. Yes, they're traditionally an outdoor or camping product, so it could be tempting, but again, it shortens their life. So if you treat it with love, it will look after its it'll It'll last longer, basically. So that's a bit about the mugs and what you'd be getting. Do you know what? I think I will pop up on the screen again. Hello, how are you there? On there. So I'll have a look on the next slide. Now, why get something from Everyone Can Craft? Well, Everyone Can Craft is a social enterprise. It's crafting, and its aim is to craft a healing journey for people and places. And those mugs are trying hard to have a positive message about crafting. Well, think of all those smiling bits of knitting, really. Making people, hoping to make people smile. In fact, the messages are hope intended to make people smile as well. Things like Everyone Can Craft and Crochet is Cool, they do make people smile. And we know that crafts can bring huge benefits to both people and communities. And we've also know that no one needs to be left out because everyone can do something. That's why we use the term everyone can craft. There's nobody needs to be left out. Anyway, all these enamel mugs can be purchased from the Everyone Can Craft shop. Yep, that's the Everyone Can Craft shop. And of course, remember the sales of these mugs raise money for our work rather than putting money in our directors' pockets.